You come to me with questions about how to open a bank account abroad, how to open a bank account in Switzerland, in which bank. You are asking questions about what amount makes it worthwhile to open such an account. Hi, if you're wondering how to absolutely safeguard your assets and your family's future, you're definitely in the right place. I have opened over 250 investment accounts in various parts of the world. I have been working with financial institutions in Switzerland for over 25 years. On my channel, Wealth Advisory Maria Panasiuk, you will learn how to prepare for this process and what is involved in opening a bank account abroad. Subscribe to my channel and stay updated with the latest news, content, and updates on my channel. So, when exactly should you open a bank account in Switzerland? For example, if you are deeply concerned about the current geopolitical situation and think that your money in Poland is not safe, then this is indeed the most appropriate time to open such a bank account abroad. Concerns about the increasingly significant and complex geopolitical risks we face in Poland are becoming increasingly vocal and more pronounced. We have become accustomed to the war in Ukraine. However, the political situation in the world is once again causing us concern. You are asking again about a bank account abroad. So today I will provide the exact parameters on how to do it. First and foremost, the bank will definitely want to know who exactly you are and the specific reasons why you want to deposit funds in an account abroad. And most importantly, where exactly those funds come from. In other words, whether taxes have been paid in Poland or wherever you earn them in any country or region. Secondly, when starting the procedure to open a bank account, you need to prepare several documents, including an ID, a description of your family or professional situation. And thirdly, besides personal documents, it is necessary to prove the source of your funds and their legality, such as bank statements, whether they are the result of your professional activities or an inheritance. Often, the bank requires documentation to investigate the origin of the funds and if they have been properly declared in the country. More and more banks are asking for a copy of the tax return from the country where you reside, such as Poland. These documents are first thoroughly and meticulously examined by a bank officer, then sent to compliance for thorough approval of the new client, which is you. Receiving a response from the bank can often take a few days or even a week. The bank typically wants to make sure that, by accepting a new client, it will be dealing with legal money in order to comply with regulations. Once we get through this stage, we can definitely proceed to the actual opening of the bank account. This process may take you a month or two. The procedure for opening an account varies depending on who is opening the account. In general, let's take the first case. Typically, if you have liquid assets and are looking for wealth management or investment banking services, such as various investment and other financial services, it can be said that you are the ideal client for banks in Switzerland. Why? This is because when you are managing your financial assets within the realm of investment banking, it typically involves the bank imposing various fees on the securities that you have deposited with them, from the deposited funds or from the transactions conducted. Such fees amount to about 1% of the value of the portfolio deposited in the bank. Such a management fee is an annual charge collected over the course of time, for example, over a period of time. Every quarter, the bank charges approximately a small 0.25% fee from your account. Instead of a management fee, you can opt for a transaction fee. It is charged for each and every transaction. In practice, the bank will charge a fraction of a percent on the value of the transaction for buying or selling assets in your account. The form of settlement with the bank is flexible. It's negotiable. You can negotiate these values. You just need to know what you will be doing, and it's good to have an advisor by your side who can suggest which conditions are more favorable for you. For example, if there is a better offer on the market. Let's take the second case. You are currently an employee working in Switzerland, meaning you live there permanently or run a business there, and you want to open a bank account to receive your salary safely or manage your savings securely and effectively. It is a very extraordinary circumstance when you will be able to open an account in a retail bank in Switzerland, because in fact, foreigners, like us Poles, do not actually have the option to open an account, such as a checking account in Switzerland. We can only use investment banking services. If you live there and are employed, you can open an account at a retail bank. In such a case, your valid and up-to-date work permit and residence permit, both of which are necessary in Switzerland, are required. In some cases, the bank may ask for a copy of the rental agreement for the apartment you live in. If you run your own business, the bank will ask for the names of your contractors, suppliers, a copy of your sole proprietorship registration in the commercial register, or, for example, a social insurance certificate in Switzerland. Let's move on to the third case, which is the most common today and probably the most relevant to our times. If you run a business in Poland, either as a sole proprietorship or a limited liability company, or a joint stock company, if you need to open a bank account for yourself or your business, you can do so in Switzerland, provided that it is an account for securing financial surpluses, either yours or your company's, and not an operational account. It is easier to open a bank account for yourself. Private account. Opening an account for your company, a Polish company, is also easily possible. It just takes a bit longer and efficiently. The bank needs to thoroughly understand what you do and what your company does. There will be questions about the ownership structure of your business, what your company's latest financial statement looks like, and where your business partners are located. The bank will ask, for example, for a contract with a business partner. Why? Because the bank needs to fully understand what your business is about, whether the funds come from legal and tax sources. Opening such an account can take up to 3 months nowadays. Interestingly, the account doesn't have to be in Swiss francs. To ensure the account operates smoothly, it is advisable to keep the bank informed about your business activities throughout the financial year. For example, if you are negotiating a larger contract with a contractor and expect an inflow of 10 or 15 million euros, you should send the bank, for example, a draft of the negotiated agreement in advance. If the bank understands the nature of your business, your account will operate without any issues. I remember a situation a few years ago when, unexpectedly, I got a phone call while I was skiing on the slopes. A frightened client asked for help because a transfer of several million euros was blocked. It happens. In that case, needed to coordinate sending contracts to the compliance department at the bank, and the transfer was done the next day. Today, same thing can happen all over the world, including Poland. Is it worth creating a bank account abroad? Currently, we are in a time when we are unsure how the market will behave. We are wondering where to place our financial surpluses to keep them safe, a bit more. Today, you yourselves are asking where exactly you can take this money at this very moment, right now. It's definitely worth having a collaborator in Switzerland or somewhere abroad to whom you can absolutely entrust the money you've worked hard for. That's all for today. I invite you to the next episode soon.